What is up, YouTube? This is Juggernaut097 for you guys in our video today, and today I'm going to be doing my WWE NXT review for March 4th, 2015. So nonetheless, let's get started with this review. So first off, the show kicks off with Kevin Owens and Finn Balor. Pretty much highlights. Nothing really too special. And then it shows William Regal with Alex Riley backstage in his office. Alex Riley says, "Look, Regal, you're the GM of NXT," he says. "I need a match with Kevin Owens after what just happened to me." Then he says, "We've got to find a way to make this happen." Then Regal says, "You can either be a competitor or a commentator." Then Alex Riley says, "You did both, though," he said. "I watched you do both," he said. He says, "I called that match. I called the match." Then Regal says, "Look what happened to me when I faced Cesaro, when I was on commentary and I got destroyed. In fact, I never competed since." Alex Harley says, "No disrespect, I'm still in the prime of my career and have a lot to contribute. We've got to make this happen." Then Regal says, "You can have Kevin Owens, but you have to make a choice. Do you want to be a competitor or a commentator? You can't prepare to be a competitor with all the preparation on your mind that you have to be a commentator." Then he says, "It's up to you." Then Riley says, "Oh, all right," then leaves. So yeah, pretty much, like I said, he has two choices. He can either be a commentator or a competitor. And then next we have Adam Rose versus Tyler Breeze, and not Tyler Breeze, Adam Rose. Well, he's back in NXT for some odd reason. Maybe he's rebuilding his career. Who knows? But yeah, it wasn't really too special match. Adam Rose did his dinking around shit during this match. Nothing too special. He had the Rosebuds with him. But Tyler Breeze wins by the beauty shot. Having my boy Tyler Breeze, and he had the selfie stick also. So yeah. And then next we had Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy getting interviewed. Enzo Amore says, "You talking about sweet boy Frosted Flakes, Wesley Blake, and that Australian kid?" Then he says, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you what. They got loose cheeks. Every time they speak, I got bowel movements. They need to wipe the crap off their lips." Then Colin Cassidy says, "They want to talk to Carmella? No, you come talk to us first. No one talks to Carmella like that." Then Carmella says, "They made me throw up in my mouth because they're ugly and disgusting." Then Carmella says, "They're big, they're pigs, and these Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy are going to beat them for the NXT Championship." And then Colin Cassidy says, once we become number one contenders for the NXT titles, we're going to beat the bacon off their back." And then Enzo Amore says, Daddy's going to bring home the bacon." So yeah. And then we have Alexis Blaskin interview backstage. Pretty much she's telling us she's back and she wants to fight Sasha Banks, and she's saying that she's been out with a nose injury, because of Sasha Banks, and she's coming after her title. So yeah, pretty much that's all I have to say about that. And then next we had a tag team match: Buddy Murphy and Wesley Blake versus Angelo Dawkins and Sarah I can't pronounce the other guy's name. I'm not going to even try to pronounce it. But Murphy and Blake win by a suplex, and then Wesley Blake does a frog splash far away off the top rope. It was very far away. I didn't think he was going to hit the frog splash, but he did hit it. So yeah, they win the match. Really nothing special here. And then next we have Charlotte and Bayley. They were talking backstage, Bailey says, "You look great. You got your you got a side ponytail." Then Charlotte says, "Am I trying to copy you?" And then Bailey says, "Look, I know we have haven't been friends lately, best of friends lately, but I just want to tell you good luck tonight." And then Charlotte says, "You shouldn't be telling me good luck. You should be telling Sasha Banks good luck, because she's the one who needs it." And then, she leaves. And then Emma shows up back there. And then, you know, um, Bailey says, "Hey, you want to go get those bubbles again? Do those bubbles back the old time?" And Emma says, "Nope, don't want to do that." And then Bailey says, "You want to go watch the Sasha Banks versus Charlotte match?" He was like, "Wait, shouldn't you be in that match? Like you?" She's pretty much saying, you shouldn't be, doing this hugging stuff. You should be more serious, pretty much. She was like, "Anyways, I was doing that on Monday Night Raw, and that's the reason why I'm back down here." So she's pretty much telling Bailey to grow up and, actually start being, get that ruthless aggression in her. Like Sasha Banks is my girl, Sasha Banks. She has that ruthless aggression in her. But yeah, and Emma has a point there. She has a point because that's the reason why she's back down in NXT, because she was, doing that dancing stuff, and that can't do that there on the main roster. But yeah, that was that. And then next we have Baron Corbin versus Tommy Bridges. Um, During the match, Kevin Owens came out. He stood behind Alex Riley. You know, but then it goes back onto the match. Baron Corbin beats the guy by the end of the day. It's a really quick match, nothing special. But then it goes back over to the commentary, and Kevin Owens is still standing behind Alex Riley, and then he grabs his water and drinks it, and then he pours it on Alex Riley, and then man, Alex Riley stands up, he takes the headset off, he wants to beat him up, but then Tensai Albert, whatever you call him, he holds off Alex Riley so it doesn't beat him up, and then Kevin Owens walks off, and then after that we have Worm Regal, he's backstage in his office with CJ Parker, and then we have a furious Alex Riley showing up backstage. Alex Riley says, you see what Kevin Owens did out there? He's running roughshod over NXT, pretty much. It was like, that's it. I quit being a commentator. I want a match with Kevin Owens, and I want it right now. Pretty much, he's saying. And then he says, look, I'll give you that match with, he was like, look, I'll give you that match with Kevin Owens, but you have to sign, you have to sign a talent contract. He was like, fine, I will. And then, CJ Parker was still there, and he was laughing at me, and Riley says, why are you laughing at me? He was like, hey, look, I'm the only person that could do something to Kevin Owens, because, when Kevin Owens got his nose bleed by CJ Parker, he was like, look at that scar on his nose. That's what I did. And he goes like, and then he goes like, and then Worm Regal starts talking again. He says, hey, I will give you a match when you're ready. And then Alex Riley says, fine. But next week, CJ Parker, you're mine. I'm going to kick your ass, pretty much. So yeah, next week we're going to have CJ Parker versus Alex Riley, and Alex Riley is back in the ring. I'm happy about that. It's awesome. So yeah. And then next we have Bull Dempsey versus Solomon Crowe. Um, first time ever. Well, not the first time I've ever seen him in the ring, but I think this was his first match. I'm not sure. But Solomon Crowe wins by this splash. Nothing too special. I don't really like Bull Dempsey. I can't get into him. I just don't like him very much. I don't know why I don't like him, but I just don't like him. But Solomon Crowe, I'm happy he won the match. So yeah. And then next we have the women's championship match. Charlotte versus Sasha Banks. This was a good match. I mean, it wasn't their best match they had. I think the best match they had was at NXT Takeover Our Revolution. That probably was their best match. But this was still pretty good match. I enjoyed it. Um, you know, Sasha Banks wins by a roll up when she had her feet up on the rope. So yeah, she cheated to win, but man, she's my girl. But this was a very fun match. Sasha Banks took control of this match. She worked on Charlotte's back during the whole match. Like man, those submissions look like they hurt. Like there was one time she had a crossface in. Oh man, gosh, it looks like that really hurt. Um, you know, then she had this air submission on her back, like she did the knees to the back, and bam, and like she had her arms crossed like that, like really hurt really bad. Looks like it did. But this was a good match. Charlotte, she went for the moonsault, but then Sasha Banks moved out of the way, and Charlotte landed back on her feet. This I enjoyed this match. This was very fun. I wouldn't say it's the best match, like I said, but this was a very fun match. Um, so yeah, and she had Sasha Banks. She had the Banks name in for quite a while during this match, and her face, Charlotte's face is turning really red and stuff. I mean, this good match. These girls always put on good matches, and this is wrestling that they got the chance, these chance. This that's true. This is wrestling, and also give the divas a chance. Give the women a chance. I'm happy that we get to see good women's wrestling down here in NXT. So yeah, this was my WWE NXT review for March 4th, 2015. Like I said, fun show, enjoyed it. There was like only 4 matches on there. The rest was promos. Because we had that big main event match. So yeah. Don't forget to go follow me on Twitter at the True JSB. Again, it's at the True JSB. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And Saturday I'm going to be doing my TNA Impact review, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, and I'm also going to be picking up more action figures that come up in the days coming. I don't know when, but I'm going to. So yeah, enough of me rambling on. Hope you guys all enjoyed. So peace out.